Happy holidays, everybody, and Tony here with my review of Verdi's Macbeth with once again conductor Enrique Mazzolla, which I saw at the Deutsche Oper Berlin. This marks the fourth time I saw Marie-Ève Signoret's production of Verdi's Macbeth at the Deutsche Oper Berlin because I wanted to see, hear, and witness Andrei Danilov tackle the role of Macbeth. To say that Signore Andrei Danilov was pristine, outstanding, and excellent is a mere understatement. He was thoroughly phenomenal in this role, all thanks to his signature use of squillo, excellent vocal projection, flair for drama, and overall virile charisma. I continue to be astounded at how much this gentleman's career has been growing, starting out from a natural lyric tenor to having a go at a lot more spinto tenor roles while still maintaining his signature full lyric tenor voice that he has preserved extremely well. I continue to be in total awe of his artistry as well as admire everything that Andrei Danilov has continued to accomplish thus far. And I also respect him as an extremely excellent singer whose voice had excellent technique found in his phenomenal use of squillo, using his chest tones to his advantage, as well as covering his notes extremely well. That is just how much of a technically proficient and totally virile performer Andrei Danilov was tonight as Macbeth, as well as in many of the recent roles he has been tackling thus far. I have seen this gentleman tackle Edgardo, and he was excellent. Here, as Macbeth, I thought he was at his absolute best. I even argued that there was a brilliant future for Andrei Danilov in roles such as Manrico from Il Trovatore, Pollione from Norma, Eleazar from La Juive, Holdenogy from Les Huguenots, Robert le Diable, Loge from Das Rheingold, Walter von Stolzing from Die Meistersinger von Nürnberg, Arindal from Die Feen, Parsifal from Parsifal, and even the likes of Arrigo from I Vespri Siciliani, Ernani from Ernani, and Carlo from Giovanna d'Arco, just to name a few of the amazing roles that he might perform one day. Especially were the likes of Manrico from Il Trovatore, Pollione from Norma, and even Arnold or Arnoldo from Guillaume Tell or Guglielmo Tell are completely concerned, because those roles are ideal for his warm, masculine, voluminous, and incisive full lyric tenor voice that can also have that excellent spinto edge, thus making Andrei Danilov an absolutely amazing figure to witness on stage. He is also one of the finest purveyors of maintaining and keeping the tradition of excellent Bel Canto singing alive, and that is what Andrei Danilov accomplished as Macbeth. True, pure, and undefiled Bel Canto singing, complete with finding balance in his voice, as well as taking great advantage of his chest tones, his head voice, and most of all, coordinating head voice and chest voice to ensure that his notes are extremely well covered, as well as ensure that his voice is incisive and expressive, as well as taking advantage of the full color palette of his voice, thus implementing shades, nuances, and chiaroscuro singing. He, in fact, is totally up there with my personal favorite Macduffs of all time, including Gino Penno Franco Tagliavini, Veriano Lucchetti, Joseph Witt, Walter Geisler, Herbert Schachschneider, Franco Corelli, Gianfranco Cecchelle, Carlo Bergonzi, and Daniele Barioni. In fact, I would further go out of my way and proclaim that Andrei Danilov's voice is a homogeneous mixture of Carlo Bergonzi, Daniele Barioni, Giacinto Prandelli, Giuseppe Di Stefano, and Barry Morell, all exceptional Italianate voices that also managed to define Andrei Danilov as a complete and thorough singer, especially considering how much he has been holding up that great tradition of bel canto singing. So bravo to Signore Andrei Danilov for excellent singing as Macduff, as well as completely exceptional discipline found in him not only as a singer, but also as an overall performer. Thomas Chelufo struck again as Malcolm, and this time he was as strong as ever, especially considering that he too is another great purveyor of excellent bel canto singing, using his exceptionally tuned light lyric tenor voice to make the best out of Malcolm, and he did so with pure aplomb and with pure self-confidence, thus making me continue to be involved in his overall portrayal of this small yet extremely important character. Therefore, Thomas Chelufo's vocal goods continued to be at an all-time high, gold medals all around, and a symbol of absolute excellence. Thanks to him being another great purveyor of maintaining the bel canto way of singing, not only beautifully, but as excellently and outstandingly as he could, which he did to such a high standard. I would even dare say that this was both Andrei Danilov's and Thomas Chelufo's night for excellent singing. These two phenomenal tenors stole the show from everybody's feet tonight. And if I had it my way, I would gladly rename this opera Macduff and Malcolm, mainly for Andrei Danilov and Thomas Chelufo, because of how superb their chemistry was as warriors ready to defeat Macbeth and finally receive their righteous vengeance against his oppression and against his overall cruelty done to Macduff's family and what was left of it, as well as avenging King Duncan's death. If that were not enough, Andrei Danilov's and Thomas Chelufo's superb chemistry, both vocally and theatrically, as Macduff and Malcolm, was the indubitable highlight of the evening. Therefore, these two tenors managed to get the gold medal and a whole bunch of medals of honors from yours truly, thanks to being great purveyors of absolutely exceptional bel canto singing and having their radiant tenor voices glow throughout the theater in pristineness and in a whole lot of grandiose style. Marco Mimica also struck again as Banco, strong as always, as well as formidable vocally and theatrically. When listening to Marco Mimica's voice these days a lot more, he seems to have a combination of Nikolai Gyaurov and Nikolai Gyuselev in his voice. That Slavic timbre that the likes of Nikolai Gyaurov, Nikolai Gyuselev, and even Boris Christoph inherited, that also defined the shape and form of Marco Mimica's voice as of today. It sounded richer, fuller, and a lot heftier than when I first heard him many years ago. And this time, He continues to be at his all-time high singing banco and many other roles designated for a basso cantante. His vocal prowess as banco continues to be absolutely unparalleled, and I definitely enjoyed his consistently grand vocal work as a basso cantante. Roman Burdenko continues to be as strong, formidable, and thrilling as Macbeth, using his trademark crude, rough, and rugged baritone voice to bring out a lot of Macbeth's evil yet ambitious intentions to life. He knew how to act with his voice and constructively implemented that vocal roughness to make a lot of Macbeth's more dramatic and demanding moments all the more palpable and exciting. There was not one dull moment that I spotted from Roman Burdenko as Macbeth. In fact, everything he produced continued to be exciting as well as thoroughly bone-chilling with everything he continued to deliver as the titular anti-hero, returning as Lady Macbeth and a lot more recovered from her cold a few days ago was Felicia Moore, and she continued to exude strength, confidence, aplomb, and self-assurance as Lady Macbeth, both vocally and theatrically. Her chest tones are still there, and she also takes great advantage of them every time she had a go at those dramatic moments. Yes, it could use a lot more commitment in certain areas where they do need a lot more chest, and they do need a lot more of that fullness and richness. However, I'm still going to go out of my way and proclaim that Felicia Moore's absolutely excellent artistry and her strong discipline as a vocal performer made her a truly magnificent star, and she continued to sell this role with excellence, outstanding merit, and loads of gold medal honor. And I also hope that the spirits of true sopranos who sang Lady Macbeth, such as Gladys Kochta, Birgit Nilsson, Margarita Grandi, Maria Callas, Leonie Rezanek, Marisa Galvani, and Elena Suliotis can empower her burnished top notes as well as her strong chest tones with everything they've got. Lest I forget about some Zwischenfach singers who sang Lady Macbeth, such as Christa Ludwig, Shirley Verrett, Fiorenza Cosotto, and Grace Bumbry, to ensure that her middle range continues to remain strong and steely and ensure heightened balance in her coordinated chest tones. And lest I forget about the mezzo-sopranos who sang Lady Macbeth, Sigrid Onegin, Elisabeth Högen, Ira Malaniuk, Karin Karlsson, Sabina Kalter, Irene Dallas, Grace Hoffman, Herta Töppo, Elena Nicolaidi, although she mainly sang the sleepwalking scene with her excellent Heidi flat, and Patricia Johnson, and lest I forget about the likes of Gena Dimitrova and Olivia Stapp to ensure that her chest tones remain as burnished, strong, formidable, and powerful, and also ensure that she continues to be the overall package as Lady Macbeth, all exceptionally nuanced and vocally formidable. Therefore, I still have to give a whole bunch of bravas to Felicia Moore for continuing to remain as consistent and formidable as a singing actress, with great chest tones, great coordination, and thrilling high notes, especially bolstered by the sheer power and force of her voice. Even when she was recovering from a cold, she still had it. All strength and all perseverance and all the more excitement that I had from Miss Felicia Moore as Lady Macbeth. Maria Vasilevskaya also stole the show as the lady in waiting and also provided her share of excellently launched top notes, including accompanying Felicia Moore in the final scene of the first act with her high D flat that also managed to be on par with Miss Moore's high D flat, thus proving herself to be a formidable singing actress herself, and also proving herself to be just as involved in the drama as well as thoroughly strong on her own 2 feet. I could definitely see a fabulous future for Maria Vasilevskaya in roles such as Arabella by Richard Strauss, Marianne Leitmetzerin from Der Rosenkavalier, and even Freya from Das Rheingold. The future continues to look absolutely promising and thrilling for Maria Vasilevskaya as a gorgeous lyric soprano with excellent coloratura technique and awesome top notes. So brava to Maria Vasilevskaya for her excellent work as the lady in waiting. Gerard Ferreras continues to be virile and formidable as the doctor and the murderer, all thanks to his trademark lusciously voluminous bass baritone voice. Dean Murphy was also just as noble as his portrayals of the servant, the herald, and the first spirit. Damen Gorshovnik struck again as a beautifully sung third spirit, and Dana Marie-Ève, Hagen Henning, Emile Pure, and Pierre Emeu continued to demonstrate wonderful involvement as performers in their respective roles, and also continued to emit heaps upon heaps of charisma. Therefore, I can never, ever doubt the amazing contributions that Andrei Danilov managed to provide to us, the audience. His absolutely peerless musicianship, his flair for drama, and the way he was able to ring his trademark full lyric tenor voice with the incision of a spinto tenor out with such beauty and with such grace and finesse were all thoroughly thrilling from beginning to end. There was not one fault that I spotted with Andrei Danilov's voice tonight, and he did exceptionally well as Macduff. He also stole the show from everybody's feet tonight, and he also joined alongside Thomas Chilufo as the finest tenors to have ever graced the roles of Macduff and Malcolm respectively. Bravo to both of them, and a whole bunch of gold medals and gold stars for these two brilliant tenors, as well as purveyors of the Bel Canto way of wonderful singing. I also continue to salute Marco Mimica, Roman Burdenko, Felicia Moore, Maria Vasilevskaya, Gerard Ferreras, and Dean Murphy for their excellent contributions, especially where Roman Burdenko and Felicia Moore are concerned as the main couple. Their chemistry continued to be strong, and their overall vocal prowess managed to make them just as formidable. Everybody was at their A game tonight, and they all contributed handsomely to the great quality of tonight's singing. The conducting done by Enrique Mazzolla continued to grow in nuance and a whole lot of involvement. He also teased out some moments from the orchestra to also provide that extra volume and that extra bit of excitement to certain phrases that do need it. Therefore, he continued to show a lot of agility and a lot of interest as a conductor, and I have to give a lot of props to him for everything that he continues to accomplish as a conductor of the orchestra and the chorus of the Deutsche Oper Berlin, and the chorus and the orchestra of the Deutsche Oper Berlin were as always excellent all the way through. So with Andrei Danilov stealing the show from nearly everybody's feet tonight, all thanks to his exceptional musical prowess and his flair for drama and the Italianate style that he continued to exude in everything that he sang with such pristineness and flair, I was absolutely astounded with his performance as Macbeth. He deserves a whole lot of praise, honor, and glory for his interpretation of Macbeth. And if you have not seen Andrei Danilov live yet, what are you waiting for? Please, I am begging you to see this brilliant tenor live, let alone listen to his voice, because he is one of the finest purveyors of true Bel Canto singing. There is no woofiness. There is no unclarity in his voice. It is a clear, well-balanced, beautiful, and absolutely virile and amazing full lyric tenor voice with a nice spinto edge added to it, and he's got a whole lot of charisma to offer. On top of that, he is a consistently hard-working singer. Therefore, you owe it to yourself to check out Andrei Danilov, whether as Macduff or Tamino, which I'll also be seeing him in that role next week, or even Edgardo, or any of the roles that he has been singing or continue to sing to this day. You all owe it to yourself to witness Andrei Danilov and his pristine and excellent vocal prowess. And for those of you who caught Verdi's Macbeth at the Deutsche Oper Berlin, what'd you think of it? Did you feel that Andrei Danilov stole the show tonight as Macduff? Did you also feel that Thomas Chelufo also stole the show from Andrei Danilov's feet as Malcolm? Did you also feel that both Andrei Danilov and Thomas Chelufo stole the show together as Macduff and Malcolm from nearly everybody's feet? Was there a singer who also did as greatly as both Andrei Danilov and Thomas Chelufo did? Was there also another singer who you felt could have improved a lot more? Or did you feel like the singing was not really to your liking? Please let me know in the comments below. Well, that's it for my review of Verdi's Macbeth at the Deutsche Oper Berlin, starring Andrei Danilov as Macduff. Tune in tomorrow for my review of Maria Vasilevskaya's Advent Concert. So until then, happy holidays, everybody!